One of the best things you can do to make sure you have a good review is by maintaining a seamless entry, seamless check-in and check-out for your guests into and out of your house. So what do? Most important thing is to make sure you have a system where you don't need to be here in order for the guests to get in the house. So what I do personally is I have a coded entry on my door. Before the guest comes in, I send them a message on Airbnb with the door code that is adjusted for them that day. They punch in the door code in the house, they open the door, they go right into the room. I don't need to be there. This is especially important for those who have day jobs. And because there's going to be situations that come up that you can't be there when the guest gets there. So make it so you don't ever have to be there, right? And then later you can come in that evening and say like, hey, how's it going? Did you get in easy? Is there anything you need? And that way they have the interaction with you and they have that seamless entrance. And when they leave, they just leave a key on their door. They just leave a key on the bed. They leave the house and they just lock it again. This is a great way to set up your house. If you don't have the money or you don't have the ability to have a keyed entry to the house, put a lockbox outside. And then the lockbox, you send them a message with the code to the lockbox. They open it, they get a key, they can come right in. Right? It's much better way to do this. I've stayed at Airbnb places where the host had to be there every time I went into the house, and it was a pain. I was staying in Mexico one time, and I left the mall. I came back to the property. The host wasn't there. I had to sit outside on the steps for an hour and a half waiting for him to get back. This was an Airbnb disaster. Okay, you make sure that the guest has a way to get in the house, and you don't need to be there. Right? So let's go check out my coded entry. I'll show you what I have. All right, so I'm going to show off my coded entry. The brand I'm using is Slage. This was about $140 to $60. I don't remember, but it's about 100 around that price. So I've sent a code to the guest on Airbnb, on the Airbnb's messaging system. He gets in his check-in information. He comes to the door. They push in the code. They go right into the house. I don't need to be here. And if they come off a plane and I'm up in Boston, it's fine. They can come right into the house. Their room has a placard on it with their name on it. They can go right in. There's no hassle whatsoever. This is a great first impression, right? And when they leave, they have the information to lock it. They just push this one on the top and it's locked. Right? This is a great way. And you can change the code as much as you want. You can have it set up where you change the code every week or for every guest. Right? Depending on what you think is appropriate for your neighborhood and for your city. Okay?